Hi folks, welcome to my new YouTube channel, and my channel will be about fitness, but I'll also explain how I got to doing this video in front of you, etc., and my story. So once you learn a wee bit more about my background, you'll have a better understanding of what got me to doing this fitness video in front of you. So rather than wasting any more time, let's get into this. Okay, so I've always been an introvert, and life has been a struggle because I have tried to be somebody I'm not, and I'm sure a lot of other people across the world probably feel the same. I've always tried to be an extrovert, which was totally wrong, because at the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with being an introvert. Well, the big thing for me is, like, about 15 months ago I started reading books and listening to books, just to learn more about how to make sales, and that led on to from one thing to another. The more I started reading and listening to books, the more I wanted to learn and listen to more books. So I started learning about neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. I started learning about myself and what can motivate me, and that's what led to me coming on to learning about introverts and extroverts. And the more I've learned, the more I'm trying to understand of who I am, and I've accepted who I am, and that's the big difference from the previous Zamir and the new Zamir. So my name is Zamir, and I'm from Glasgow. I was actually born in England, but I've been staying in Scotland most of my life, as you could probably tell from my accent. And my YouTube channel is going to be called Zam's Health and Fitness. So I will be saying Zam when I mention my name most of the time through my videos. So a big part of for me has been learning about myself, accepting who I am, and using that as a positive to get out there and achieve my goals, my aspirations, my dreams. Because life has always been a struggle, because when you try to be somebody you're not, it's a false representation of, first of all, for you to yourself, but then for you to everybody else, and that's a big thing, you know. So my aim is, for doing these videos, to help people right across the world that might be in a position myself, that are finding it hard to accept who they are, who they want to be, what they want to do, etc. So even if I can help one person, that would mean that I've achieved my aim or goal of doing these videos. So being an introvert has always been hard for me. I've suffered from social anxiety, self-esteem, confidence, a lot of things I've suffered for in my life, and it's been really difficult and hard. So that's why I want to reach out to people, because I know being an introvert, sometimes you lock yourself away from the world, and that's not always the best way of getting better or being accepted in this world. So why have I come to doing this video? Okay, so I lost my job on the 16th of February 2020. That's when the coronavirus and the pandemic across the world was just about to hit its peak. Of China was already in lockdown, and other parts of the world were either had gone into lockdown or were deciding of when to go into lockdown. And that was a hard time for myself for the first few weeks after losing my job. Well, first of all, I didn't expect to lose it, but after losing my job, it was difficult because it's hard enough losing your job at any other time. I'm not saying it's ever easy losing your job, but when you lose it right in between a pandemic, all these things go through your head. What you're going to do now? The world's in lockdown. Are you going to get another job, etc.? And it was difficult. And being an introvert, when you try to face everything on your own, is a really hard thing to accept. But I started. The good thing about with me was, because I started reading books and learning about myself 15 months ago, it put me in a good position, because I knew more about myself, what I can do, and most of the books I've read that inspire you all tell you to follow in what you love doing, what's your passion. And that's what brings me on to health and fitness, because one of my passions has always been fitness. Because I bought my first dumbbells at the age of 12. I've been a gym member for most of the gyms across Glasgow. I've been training on and off ever since. And even though other things in my life have changed over the course, one thing that I've never given up of or left me has been my fitness. And that's what's always got me through. And I've been through a lot of battles over my lifetime. I'm 43 now, and I left school with no qualifications. I decided to go to college at the age of 20. I started studying electrical engineering. I graduated from university with a 2-1 honours degree at the age of 25, so it took me 5 years. It's just that I wanted to prove myself that I can go out there and do something. I'm not a loser. Unfortunately, I didn't get a job at the end of my qualifications, but that's helped me in a lot of ways to get me to where I am in life today. So I don't have any regrets whatsoever. And once you learn something and you know how to do something, it's always there for you to fall back on. So electronics, it's always there in my life, even though I'm not working in electronics or got a job in electronics. And one of my goals has always been to invent something. And whenever I tell people that, they always laugh at me, thinking, you're talking rubbish, but you got to keep believing in yourself, and everything's possible if you really want something and want to do anything to get that in your life. So over the course of my videos, I'll be telling you about myself. I'll be helping you. It doesn't matter what struggles you're going through life right now. It could be that you've lost your job. I know thousands of people are losing their jobs every day. That's all you hear about. Some great initiatives announced by the government yesterday in the UK to try to keep people in jobs, etc., which is brilliant. brilliant to hear, and I hope a lot of businesses take advantage of that and people do keep their jobs, because it's the worst thing you can go through, you know, from being able to afford paying your bills to having no money to even afford to eat, never mind your living costs, etc. You know, so it's a difficult position to be in, but like I say, I've been through that, and that's why I'm starting doing these videos, because I want to help people, motivate people that everything's possible. Don't give up. It's not the end of the world just because you've lost your job. As companies that are paying people off, or as companies that you will be losing your jobs from, but there's a lot of other companies that are recruiting people as well. I mean, I lost my job on the 16th of February, like I told you earlier on. I've got a temporary job which I started on the 16th of May. So I'm grateful, you know, so that I've got a job. So that's why I want to speak out to people, because if you are in a position where you are looking for a job right now, to unfortunate circumstances, it is possible to get jobs. Don't give up hope. It might take time. I was reading a LinkedIn story from somebody else the other day, and they were working for Thomas Cook and they lost the job, and it's took them, they just got another job, it took them 7 months. But like I say, this is not just me that's managed to get another job, it's a lot of other people since being made redundant that they have managed to get jobs. It takes time, because it's so many more applications per job now, it is a lot harder, but keep believing in yourself, keep applying, you will eventually, and business is going to eventually start picking up, there's no doubt about that. It's going to take time. We will get back to the way we were, and this pandemic or the coronavirus will be left in the past. These are difficult times. We just have to bear with these difficult times, but better times will come again, and you got to keep believing in that. Nothing in life is ever easy. If you can get a job, just any job, I would take it. In the meantime, at least you've got something, and then you can still keep applying for other jobs in the industry that you were working before, or what you want to be doing, etc. So no harm in doing that whatsoever. I know I heard stories about pilots that have been paid off that are now working in Tesco's, you know, so it's no harm whatsoever doing a job, because at the end of the day it's all about getting that money in, paying your bills, being able to afford to eat, getting yourself back on your feet, etc. You know, so so like I was telling you before, I've always been into health and fitness, so that's what I'm going to use to motivate, help people. I know you see, I see so many videos on YouTube myself, because I've been into fitness, and most of them tell you about how to get a six-pack when they've already got a six-pack. I've been training most of my life. One thing I've never ever had is a six-pack. So my goal now is to achieve that, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes, and I'd like to take you on that journey together with me, because I certainly don't have a six-pack now, but by the end of this journey, and it all come down to hard work, just training hard and doing everything, eating right, so all these things come into effect, especially try to get a six-pack, because you go to lose all the body fat at your abdominal area to get those muscles showing. So training is just part of it. Eating is a big part of it, and I've changed a lot of my eating habits, and I'll be letting you know about them as well over the course of these videos. So let's get started. I always start my workouts with an ab workout. As you can see, I do work out in my house. I've been fortunate enough to build up a collection of my fitness tools here over the years. This doesn't happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. Don't get a six-pack overnight. You don't get rich overnight. If anybody tells you that, especially right now, because people are in a bad position, and it's all about trying to make that money in any way you can. And you hear a lot of videos and everything right now. It's all about how you can make money and how you can get rich quick, and you can make $30,000 or £30,000 per month doing blogs. And I don't disagree. Of course you can, but like I say, everything takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. So you have to accept that as a big element. So coming on to my journey, since losing my job, first 5-6 weeks I was depressed, stressed out what I was going to do. Then I picked myself up, wiped myself off, and said I'm going to do something about my life. So first of all, I started applying for jobs, tried to get another job. I had quite a few phone interviews, etc. And then I've got a job now, which is temporary, but it doesn't matter. I've got money coming in, and I'm proud of I've got a job, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you're doing. It's a tough job. I work 10-hour shifts. I try to do as much overtime as I can. So I'll be working, I've worked the previous 5 days, and I try to do my workouts around my working hours. So I get up before I go to work, do a workout, and then come back and do a workout. So that's what it's all about. How much you really want something, what you're willing to do for it, and everything is possible. You go, believe in yourself, stay positive. And like I say, I'll be doing plenty of other videos. This is just a start off, just to give you a bit of a background about myself, etc. So my videos will not just be about showing you how to do a workout. I'll do a lot of talking as well, just to motivate people, letting people know how I'm coping with things, how I'm finding things, what I've been doing. So again, I'll be doing my YouTube channel, which is this, showing you videos. I've started writing a health and fitness blog. I've also started writing a technology blog, because the technology comes from my side of electronics. And the reason why I've done electronics, because technology has been a big part of my life. I love technology, I love reading about it, I love learning about it. So these are my passions. One is technology, and the other one's been health and fitness. So I'm using those two things to reach out to people across the world, show my passions, and the main aim is just to teach people, motivate people, help people. That could be from anything from them. I like to know about myself. I mean, writing blogs, I've been looking into that for the last maybe 10 years, and until recently, if I hadn't lost my job, I don't think I'd ever be able to do it, or would be doing it, you know. So losing your job, for me, I know it's not going to be for everybody, but for me it's been a positive thing, because it's really given me a kick up the backside to get out there and do things, not rely on a single source of income, try to make generate other sources of income, and I'll be showing you that from here. I'm in a similar position to a lot of people out there at the moment. I'm broke. I don't, as you can probably see, I'm making this video in my living room. I train in my living room. I do everything. It's a one bedroom flat I've got. But these are just excuses and limiting factors that we always use, of not willing to do or get somewhere in life, you know. So no excuses, put them all away, be positive, and just go for whatever. If it's been something on your mind that you've been wanted to do for a while, I'll just try to do it now, because there's no better time than right now, you know. Just one thing that I'll want to let you know: the billions of dollars, pounds, yen, or whatever that were in the world before this pandemic or coronavirus started are still out there, and you can still get them. You know what I mean? So don't stop just because times are hard and you're going through a hard time right now. Like I say, it's not you're not on your own. Many people are going through that. I've been through that, or I'm still going through that myself. So that's why I want to help and motivate people, just to get there and believe in yourself. Do whatever you want. Anything's possible, but it all comes down to yourself and what you're willing to do and what you're willing to put in to get to where you want to be. Okay, that's enough there. So I'm going to just go straight into my abs workout here. So this is like a kind of warm up for me, because I don't have any cardio stuff, and cardio is a big element in getting a six pack, but my aim is to get one without that, so we'll see. Time will tell. I normally go straight in my push-ups. So that's what I'll be doing, my abs, my set of push-ups. Then I'll do some stretching. Stretching is really important if you want to avoid injuries. I've always done stretching, and every time I've not done it, I've always ended up with some sort of injury. So that's how important stretching is, especially if you want to avoid any injuries, because injuries cost you to take time out, and you want to avoid that at all costs, because with training it's very important to be consistent. Once you start taking time off, it's always difficult to get back into it. So always remember that. Even if you're not in the mood of training, don't take a few days off. Go in and do something. Just go in and do some jogging, go in and do some running, go on the cycling, do anything. Even if it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. Keep consistent, because consistency is a key element. Not just in fitness, in anything you do in life. You've got to be consistent. As Tony Robbins says, his book, Be Average or Be Obsessed. That's a great book, and I always remember that. If you really want something in your life, you've got to be obsessed. You've got to do it every day. Things don't come or happen if you're going to do it. And a lot of people do this, especially when it comes to health and fitness, and I've seen it over the years. New Year resolutions is a big part. When people make these resolutions and then they start going to the gym every day for the first couple of months, and then they think it's going to be instant results. It doesn't happen like that, you know. So, and because they're not seeing the results, they give up. And that happens all the time. And like I've said to you, taking a few days off, it's very hard to get back, because I've been into fitness all my life, so I know I love fitness, and I know how difficult it can be for myself. So if you're not into fitness and you're just starting on this journey, whatever your goal might be, it might be losing weight, might just be to get fit, or you might be struggling mentally, and just want to help us, your fitness, to help you cope with that. Fitness is a great thing for many problems that you might be suffering out there. I found that it's been great, because over the last 4 or 5 years I've been through a lot. Been through a divorce, and that was a really difficult part of my life. And I think because of fitness, I'm still here talking in front of you, you know, today. Because there was a lot of times where I was really low in my life, and being into it, and being able to speak to a lot of people that can help you or understand you is always a difficult thing. Just reaching out to people and stuff, so I know how difficult life can be and how life tests you, but always remember, life only tests you as much as you can handle. So never give up. Doesn't matter how hard life gets, just keep believing in yourself. Positive affirmations is a big thing. I give them to myself all the time. So let's get into the press-ups now. one thing to never give up is believing in yourself. Trust me, I've been a loser all my life. I'm made to feel like a loser, and it's not a nice position to be in. So rise above it, show the world what you're made of, what you can do. Everybody has it in them. Might be just that one thing. Like I say, for me it's always been fitness. And most of the books you read, even about successful people, they all tell you, following your passions, the thing that you love doing, you would do it for nothing. So if you are willing to do, like I'm saying to you, I've trained all my life, worked out. So that is my passion. And I would do that for nothing. Just to help others, motivate others, help others get through this difficult time in their life. It doesn't matter. Like I say, I've been through it all myself, and I know how hard it can be. That you can get out there and be whatever you want to be, as long as you keep believing in yourself. Keep believing that day will come for you, that you're not going to be a loser and you're going to shine. No way am I saying these are the only stretching exercises. There's a lot out there, but these are the ones that I mostly do myself, and they've been good enough for me over the years, so I just stick by them. I do try alternatives, but I always go back to these ones. So just like everything in life, it's all about trying things, learning things from others. Another thing that I've learned over the last few weeks is it's okay to copy others that are successful in what they're doing. There's no harm in that. Don't copy them like for like. Do exactly what they are doing. Put your own twist to things and do it the way you feel comfortable. There's nothing wrong. Everybody does things so that you can learn, and if you're learning from somebody else, then that's a great thing. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be scared of. It's good to learn from the best, because you want to be better than that best. And to get there, everybody learns from each other. Nobody learns anything themselves, so even the people that you're learning from, they've probably learned from somebody else. It's an ongoing cycle, never ending. So it's nothing wrong with you doing things they are doing. But like I say, never copy anybody to a point where you're doing exactly the same as what they are doing. Put your own twist to it, put your own creativity to it. Everything's an art in life, doesn't matter what it is, from your job that you might be doing to doing drawings to, for me, fitness. This is what makes me relax. It gives me that energy to keep believing in myself, keep going. Makes me feel good, and sometimes I could have the worst migraine and I don't want to do anything. But one thing, I'll never give up. Even through the worst migraines, I'll still do my fitness, because I know that'll give me that energy just to help me feel better. rather than the medications. And trust me, I've been to the doctors suffering from depression and giving me Prozac, etc. But I've always been hesitant on taking these things because I've still got the tablets. But I'm always hesitant in taking these things because you become reliant on them. So I've never ever took them. I've always relied on getting myself better, and it is possible. So medication's not always an answer because these things get you hooked, and you become so reliant on them that without them you think you can't survive. So I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. You should get help out there, not try to do it on your own, because for me it's been different. So everybody is different, you know, so sometimes you will need, but like I say, keep that always in your head that you don't want to rely on it or medication too much, because it gets to a point where without it you think, oh, I'm behaving this way because I'm not taking my Prozac. And I know I'm telling you that from experience because I know people that are on Prozac, and when they stop taking it, that's the way they feel, you know what I mean? So you just don't want to be in that position whatsoever. Back with my stretching exercises. And another thing might make you aware, because I know a lot of things you read out there, and it's saying they all tell you like it's good to have a mentor, and which I'm not disagreeing, it's great to have it, but it's not for everybody, it's not for me. I've always been able to do things best when I've fit out and learned myself. But like I say, everybody's different, so you do it the way you want. For you it might be that you'd want a mentor, so it's good to have a mentor there that's going to push you and help you get to where you want to be. For me, I'm doing everything on my own. There's no mentor involved. Like I was saying, it all started me about started from learning about sales, get to learning about myself and everything else. So you can do it this way as well, it's no harm. And just starting from reading books, etc., you know. So there's so many ways out there that you can learn nowadays. You've got, and some of them don't even cost you any money. You could, it's obviously the books, and then you've got audiobooks. I love listening to audiobooks because it gives me a lot more options. I listen to them when I'm driving. I listen to them when I go out for a walk. I listen to them when I'm going to bed at night, just to keep myself motivated. So I also read books as well, don't get me wrong, but I listen to more books than I read. And then you've got podcasts helping you out there. There's so many podcasts. You've got blogs if you prefer. So there's so many ways you can learn. And then you've got YouTube. There's videos for everything nowadays, right? Just like I'm making this video. So it's good to learn. I mean, how much time do we spend on watching TV programs that are going to give us nothing? why not spend half an hour to an hour of that time that you spend watching TV on learning about something, learning how to motivate yourself, learning about how to do a new thing. So much, anything, even something that you've been passionate about when you were younger and over time you've given up, you can go back to it. So then, like I was saying, so much you can do nowadays to learn things, and it doesn't even have to cost you, which is a big benefit, you know. Yeah, it's all you can learn for free nowadays, and it's videos teaching you how to do everything possible. So, but it all comes down to yourself, how much you really want to do something, or you can keep watching your TV. It all comes down to yourself. I bought this pull-up bar just 3-4 weeks ago, and it's been a great, it's one of the best things that I've invested in for health and fitness wise in a long term, you know. So these are brilliant. Not something that I've believed in before, because I thought they're never going to work, and it probably is. A lot of it I don't, but this one does, and a few other I've seen since that's supposed to be great as well, you know. So and just like everything in life, everything evolves, things are getting better and better. I'm not great at this because, like I was saying, I'm still learning. So, but I'm not going to wait until everything's perfect, otherwise you'll be waiting all your life and have regrets. So let's do this. If you really want something in your life, you can have it,